Welcome to Epic World History. In the heart of southern Africa rose a kingdom unlike any other, a land forged by courage, unity, and vision. From the rise of Shaka Zulu's mighty warriors to the echoes of freedom that shaped modern South Africa, the Zulu Kingdom's legacy endures. This is the story of power and pride, of a people whose spirit time could never conquer, the rise and legacy of the Zulu Kingdom. In the early 19th century, a small tribe in southern Africa began to emerge as a formidable force. The Zulu people, once scattered across the vast plains, formed a kingdom under the leadership of a young chief named Shaka. Born in 1787, Shaka Zulu was a revolutionary leader whose ambition would reshape the political landscape of southern Africa. His strategic mind and relentless determination would unite the Zulu clans and create one of the most powerful empires in Africa. The Zulu Kingdom's rapid rise would soon bring it into direct conflict with neighboring tribes, as well as European powers seeking to control the region. Shaka Zulu's leadership transformed the Zulu Kingdom from a small tribal confederation into one of Africa's most formidable military powers. Through his brilliance and relentless discipline, Shaka reshaped the very art of warfare. He replaced the old throwing spears with his iconic short stabbing spear, designed for swift and deadly close combat. His soldiers were trained to move as one, using the famous buffalo horns formation, a tactic that surrounded enemies and crushed them with precision. Every battle became a demonstration of discipline, speed, and ruthless strategy. Shaka demanded loyalty and obedience, forging an army feared across southern Africa. Under his command, the Zulu Kingdom expanded rapidly, conquering neighboring tribes and solidifying its reputation as an empire born through innovation, unity, and iron will. As Shaka's reign reached its height, the Zulu Kingdom expanded beyond imagination, spreading across vast regions that now form much of modern South Africa. What began as a small tribal alliance evolved into a formidable empire, united under one relentless vision. Shaka used a blend of diplomacy and dominance, forging alliances with some, while crushing others through sheer military power. Villages that resisted were swiftly absorbed, and those that submitted became loyal parts of the kingdom. The Zulu Empire thrived, rich in cattle, land, and disciplined warriors. Yet beneath this success lay a reign of iron, strict laws, absolute control, and a leader who ruled through both fear and admiration. Shaka's growing realm cast a long shadow over southern Africa, marking the dawn of a new and powerful era. The early 19th century marked a turning point for southern Africa as British forces arrived on its shores. With vast naval power and industrial-era weaponry, the British Empire sought to expand its dominance and control over new territories. Their presence soon reached the borders of the mighty Zulu Kingdom, setting off tensions between two vastly different worlds. One ancient and deeply rooted in African tradition, and the other driven by colonial ambition and modern warfare. Shaka Zulu, aware of their growing influence in the Cape Colony, watched with caution as British ships anchored along the coast. In 1824, when the British East India Company established its first settlement in the region, it was more than just trade. It was the prelude to conflict. The encounter between the Zulu and the British would soon change the destiny of an entire continent. On January 22, 1879, the rolling hills of Isandlwana became the stage for one of the most astonishing battles in African history. Outnumbered, outgunned, yet unbroken in spirit, the Zulu army under King Cetshwayo faced the might of the British Empire. The British, confident in their rifles and disciplined ranks, underestimated the determination and tactical genius of the Zulu warriors. Moving with speed and precision, the Zulu encircled their enemies using the deadly buffalo horns formation. Within hours, the battlefield was engulfed in chaos and courage, red coats falling before spears and shields. Against all odds, the Zulu claimed a legendary victory that echoed across the continent and shook the British Empire to its core. Isandlwana became a symbol of defiance, unity, and the unyielding heart of a proud nation. In the aftermath of the triumph at Isandlwana, the British Empire struck back with unrelenting force. Regrouping their armies and bringing heavy artillery, they launched a devastating campaign against the Zulu Kingdom. The war reached its breaking point at the Battle of Rorke's Drift, where superior firepower and endless reinforcements turned the tide. The Zulu warriors fought bravely, their chants echoing through the smoke, but courage alone could not stop the advance of industrial might. One by one, the strongholds of the kingdom fell. By the time the dust settled, the once mighty Zulu Empire lay in ruins. Yet, though their sovereignty was lost, the spirit of the Zulu people endured, a legacy of pride, unity, and resilience that continues to shape South Africa's identity to this day. Though the Zulu Kingdom eventually fell, the spirit of its founder never faded. Shaka Zulu's legacy continued to define the heart of his people. His brilliance as a strategist, his reforms in discipline and unity, and his vision of strength became timeless ideals. Generations after his death, songs and stories kept his memory alive, tales of a warrior king who rose from obscurity to forge a nation. For the Zulu, Shaka was more than a ruler. He was the embodiment of courage, pride, and resilience. His innovations shaped not only warfare, but also the soul of Zulu identity, influencing art, ceremony, and tradition. Even today, his name stands as a symbol of African leadership, a reminder that true power endures not through conquest, but through legacy. Even after their kingdom had fallen, the Zulu spirit refused to be broken. The people who once followed Shaka's banner continued to resist the British presence across their lands. From scattered villages to hidden valleys, rebellion simmered, a quiet but unyielding defiance. Among the leaders who rose in this period was King Cetshwayo, Shaka's successor, who led his warriors with fierce determination during the 1879 war. Though the British Empire wielded rifles and cannons, the Zulu fought with courage born from love of their homeland. Their refusal to surrender became more than a struggle for territory. It was a battle for identity and dignity. The Zulu resistance stood as a powerful reminder that even in defeat, the spirit of freedom can never be conquered. The year 1879 marked a defining clash between two worlds: the proud Zulu Kingdom and the expanding might of the British Empire. Under Lord Chelmsford, British forces advanced with confidence, seeking to annex Zulu lands and extend their dominion across southern Africa. But King Cetshwayo and his warriors would not yield. They fought not for conquest, but for sovereignty and pride. From the rolling hills of Isandlwana to the bloody fields of Rorke's Drift, the war burned with ferocity and courage on both sides. The Zulu, armed only with shields and spears, faced rifles and cannons, yet their spirit never faltered. Though the British eventually triumphed through sheer numbers and firepower, the Zulu resistance became a legend, a testament to the bravery of a nation that chose to stand rather than bow. In the shadow of the Zulu victory at Isandlwana came one of the most legendary defenses in military history, the Battle of Rorke's Drift. On January 22, 1879, just hours after the British suffered a crushing defeat, a small garrison of around 150 soldiers found themselves surrounded by over 4,000 Zulu warriors. Led by Lieutenant John Chard, the British soldiers fortified the mission station with sandbags, wagons, and mealie bags. Throughout the night, wave after wave of Zulu attacks tested their endurance. The air was thick with smoke, gunfire, and war cries echoing across the plains. Against impossible odds, the British held their ground. The battle became a symbol of courage and endurance, showcasing not only British determination, but also the relentless spirit and bravery of the Zulu warriors, who fought with honor until the end. After the crushing defeat of the Zulu Kingdom, King Cetshwayo, once a proud ruler and defender of his people, was captured by the British and sent into exile in Cape Town. His removal from power symbolized the final chapter of the independent Zulu state. Yet, even in captivity, Cetshwayo's spirit remained unbroken. From afar, he carried the weight of his people's sorrow and their unyielding hope for freedom. His exile became a rallying cry for those who refused to let the Zulu identity fade. Though he would never again rule his homeland, his courage and defiance lived on, inspiring generations of leaders and warriors. Cetshwayo's fall was not an end, but a transformation, turning him into a symbol of dignity, resilience, and the eternal struggle for sovereignty that still defines the heart of the Zulu nation. In the aftermath of their defeat, the proud Zulu Kingdom was absorbed into the expanding British Empire. Its lands were divided and renamed as part of the colony of Natal, and the once sovereign throne was reduced to a tool of colonial control. British officials imposed foreign laws and appointed puppet chiefs to govern in the name of the crown. Yet, beneath this new order, the heartbeat of Zulu culture never stopped. The people continued to speak their language, practice their rituals, and honor the legacy of their ancestors. Across generations, small acts of defiance and uprisings echoed their refusal to be erased. Though the Union Jack flew over their lands, the spirit of the Zulu remained unbroken. A living reminder that identity and pride can endure even under the weight of empire. Even in the shadow of colonial rule, the heartbeat of Zulu culture never faded. From the rhythmic power of the drums to the elegance of traditional dance, their heritage continued to thrive across generations. Music and storytelling bound communities together, preserving the wisdom of their ancestors. Warriors who once fought on the battlefield now danced in celebration of identity, their shields. And attire transformed into symbols of pride rather than war. The Zulu language, rich with proverbs, continued to echo through villages as a vessel of memory and resistance. Ceremonies honoring ancestors remained sacred, connecting the people to their spiritual roots. Though the British imposed new laws and borders, they could not silence the rhythm of Zulu life. It endured, vibrant, resilient, and proud, a living testament to a culture that refused to be erased. In the decades following the British victory, the Zulu people's resistance was far from over. As South Africa entered the 20th century, Zulu leaders continued to challenge colonial rule, both politically and militarily. During the early 1900s, the Zulu people participated in uprisings such as the Bambatha Rebellion in 1906, where they fought against the imposition of taxes and the loss of land. Despite the harsh colonial policies, the Zulu people's drive for autonomy and dignity never waned. Their culture, their resilience, and their pride remained a potent force. Today, the legacy of the Zulu Kingdom lives on, not just in South Africa, but across the world. The Zulu people are a key part of South African society, with their rich history, vibrant culture, and powerful identity remaining central to the nation's heritage. The Zulu language is one of the country's official languages, and Zulu traditions continue to influence modern South African culture. The Zulu Kingdom's rise and fall, from Shaka Zulu's leadership to the eventual integration into the British Empire, serves as a reminder of the resilience of a people whose history cannot be erased. The story of the Zulu Kingdom, especially the reign of Shaka Zulu, has captivated imaginations around the world. Films, books, and documentaries have helped to immortalize the story of the Zulu warriors and their fierce battle for survival. The Battle of Isandlwana, and the heroism of the Zulu people during the British-Zulu War continued to inspire stories of resistance against colonial oppression. The Zulu Kingdom's history is not just a tale of war, but of a people's deep connection to their land, their culture, and their history. In contemporary South Africa, the Zulu identity remains as vibrant and influential as ever. With millions of Zulu speakers and a culture deeply ingrained in the country's fabric, the Zulu people continue to shape the social and political landscape of South Africa. From traditional ceremonies to political leadership, the Zulu people are active participants in the ongoing development of the nation. Their unique blend of historical pride and modern aspirations makes them a crucial part of South Africa's future. Shaka Zulu's military innovations, particularly his use of the short stabbing spear and the buffalo horns formation, influenced not only African warfare, but also military tactics worldwide. His innovations in close combat became a model for many military leaders and were studied in military academies across the globe. The Zulu Kingdom's approach to warfare organized, strategic, and disciplined set a high standard for military tactics and was recognized for its effectiveness, even by Western powers. As South Africa moved toward independence in the 20th century, the legacy of the Zulu Kingdom played a significant role in the country's struggle for freedom. The Zulu people, with their history of resistance to colonialism, became a key force in the anti-apartheid movement. Their resilience, forged through centuries of struggle, contributed to the broader fight for equality and justice in South Africa. The Zulu Kingdom's legacy continues to inspire South Africans to fight for their rights and uphold the values of freedom and self-determination. The rise and fall of the Zulu Kingdom is a tale of power, resilience, and cultural endurance. From Shaka Zulu's military genius to the kingdom's tragic defeat at the hands of the British, the Zulu people have endured. Their story is one of survival, their culture one of strength. The Zulu Kingdom may have fallen, but its spirit remains alive in the hearts and minds of its people. The legacy of the Zulu Kingdom continues to inspire generations, a testament to the enduring power of pride, tradition, and identity.